However, when you look at the media and a lot of the coverage, blockchain actually scores relatively high. So I guess my question is, what advice would you give to a CEO of a major financial services institution regarding the resources that he or she should be devoting to blockchain technology today?
It's a very interesting result, and I'm not particularly surprised about it. And I think it reflects a challenge that is a real issue in this space, which is that the biggest benefits of this technology are to be extracted in situations where you can achieve a network effect of multiple parties adopting consistent, standardized infrastructure. And that, by its very nature, is a very tall order. Now, it's been done before, so let's not forget that little things like the internet exist today because we've arrived at standardized protocols, so on and so forth. So I wouldn't want to overplay the significance of this, but it is a challenging undertaking, and as a consequence, if there was a natural vehicle for the world's financial institutions to invest in a single technology which had been proven, tried, and tested in the enterprise context, that all their friends and enemies were also investing in, and where they could be, responsibly sort of hedged by virtue of not standing out by being early movers, this whole debate would be over and it would be done. And the reason why that is the case is because of the enormous pressure on financial firms to tackle what are becoming existential problems associated with their performance. Right? In today's environment, you have the best and brightest of the world's financial firms delivering returns on equity that are lower than their long-run cost of capital, which is a problem. If you're not the best and brightest, the problem is, it's really pretty diabolical. Why is that? Because it's a low revenue environment, it's a high cost environment, it's a high capital environment. So every input to your ROE calculation is heading in the wrong direction. So the ability to mutualize infrastructure and cut cost as a result, free up capital as a result, and build new lines of business which can generate revenue and gain market share as a result is enormously appealing. And that's why this is a technology whose time has come, and why as much interest is being devoted to it as there is. But nonetheless, the issue of standardization, of being comfortable that the technology choices are the ones that are going to prevail in the long run, that you're not going to get stuck with some proprietary choice that you made today that in 2 or 3 years' time turns out to have been the wrong choice, when you're basically betting the guts of firms on the outcome here. So the types of systems we're talking about, that they're not apps, that you roll out on a cell phone. These are massive post-trade processing processes involving hundreds, if not thousands, of personnel, trillions of dollars notional in any given day. These things are moving, they're like large vehicles moving at large speed, and messing with them is risky and dangerous. So it's that reason why there, in the grand scheme of things, there hasn't been a gigantic wave of investment in dollar terms relative to the size of some of these institutions. But nonetheless, it's not nothing. And there's no doubt that the most forward-thinking, most innovative firms that have the track record over the years of most successfully reinventing themselves, defending market share, winning market share, are the ones that are spending the most time on this. And I don't think that's at all a coincidence.